Kalamazoo, Michigan. Okay. Lights, camera, action, and we'll call her or be ready to go after this guy leaves here.
All right.
And you want me to do what kind of
a soft field takeoff clearing a 50-foot obstacle.
soft field?
Yep, because all soft fields basically just assume that there's going to be a 50-foot obstacle at the end.
Go up here and
all right.
call her up here in a second.
What are we going to call her on?
We're going to go to, well, she's been doing all her work right there, but I'll switch it over. That way I can...
Yeah, you can hear them on both. This is interesting.
Business 65 Lima, any right turn off taxi to Paragon.
They're blocking off the road.
Yep, might be an accident. Alright, so I'm going to go to...
Leave a taxi to 4.
Tom 119000.
Oh, it's a run. People are running.
Oh, a bunch of them. That's a strange highway to be running.
Yeah.
Page Tower, Sky 15222, Alpha 1, runway 5, ready for departure.
Sky 15222, Page Tower, fly runway heading runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 5, cleared for takeoff. We'll be doing a left turn.
Negative, sir. Your requested flight following. Fly runway heading, please.
Center?
Yep, runway heading. Yes, ma'am.
Aha.
All right.
And that was, letting her know what I was probably going to end up doing.
That's all right. We'll pull back.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
She threw me a curve there. I like that.
There you go. That's the way you're supposed to. Perfect. Once the stall warning horn goes off, that's basically showing us that we're about to lift off. Ooh. Push down, push down. There you go.
Oh, it wants to.
There's 62.
Yep.
We'll start our timer.
Close to the horizon. Positive rate.
Good, fight that sinking tendency. There you go.
72. Now when I'm at this point, do I switch over?
Here, she'll tell you.
That's okay, that's what I thought.
Cessna 222, contact Fort Myers departure.
Contact Fort Myers departure. Thank you, 222.
Change of advisory is approved. Good day.
We'll change to advisory and squat VFR. Thank you for your help. 09 Zulu.
Fort Myers departure, Skyhawk, November 15222 with you at 500 to 3,500.
Skyhawk 15222, Fort Myers departure, radar contact. Maintain VFR or below 2,000 for now and proceed on course to Okeechobee.
2,000 or below, proceed on course to Okeechobee for 2222.
Alright, so you told him not your restriction, right? You just tell him your restrictions. But we can fly this purple line now because he said we can fly on course. So, are we left or right of course?
Ready to go to the right.
There we go. Cool.
Felt like Okeechobee was over there for some reason.
Alright, what else do we normally do when we're climbing out?
Okay, so...
You want 4 up Tango to stay at 2,000?
That's up.
Medevac 4 Alpha Tango.
There you go.
Alright, en route flaps up, airspeed 70 to 85, throttle full, extra best power.
Oh, that's good.
Alright, that is complete. We'll be doing a cruise checklist here. At or below 2,000, so I guess we'll go 2,000.
Yeah, we have to. They gave us a restriction of 2,000 feet, so we'll hold 2,000 feet, and then they'll clear us higher as they get traffic basically away from us, because we have to worry about RSW.
That's correct.
Fort Myers approach, Jet 554 is level 4,000.
Jet 554, Fort Myers departure, correction approach, roger, altimeter 3006.
306, CHF 554.
Check right. He's probably going to say, oh, I'm having a heart attack. And you'll probably just go back to Page Field.
Right.
But we're going to use this scenario.
Well, my question is, do I immediately make the turn?
Or just go ahead and do the nearest. Go ahead. You just do the nearest. The nearest. There you go. There you go. Just go direct, enter, enter.
Okay.
Just like that. Alright. Fly. Yep. Okay. So we'll start running through our checklist now, right? We have to, let's tune in the CTAF frequency.
For LaBelle, correct, yeah. 122.8.
We'll switch that over. Alright, we'll start bringing back the power and running through our in range and so forth.
54381 on a downwind, runway 17, full stop, Marco traffic.
Right, so 14 and 32 are the runways here.
Homestead traffic, Turkey 9901 Bravo Juliet is inbound on the GPS runway 10.
Right, they don't have weather, so we can't get the altimeter. Okay, that's correct. Approach brief, what are we going to do? How are we going to find out? An uncontrolled field with no weather reporting.
I would use Page Fields, correct?
Well, the wind's going to be probably different from here and there, so how do we find...
Fly over the field.
There we go, so we'll descend down to...
1500.
Alright, let's bug that heading. Bring back the power, perfect. Let's bug that altitude, I don't know why I keep saying heading. There you go. Alright, keep running through those checklists as we descend down, about approximately 1500 RPMs. Okay, we'll make a position report. LaBelle traffic, we're to the north. We'll be overflying the field.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, approximately 5.1 miles north of the field, inbound for touch and go.
Homestead traffic, Turkey 9901 Bravo Juliet.
Alright, let's keep running through those checklists.
Marco traffic stop, 54381, returning final runway 17, full stop, Marco traffic.
Altimeter set. Altitude bug set. Flaps as desired. We're at 0. Trying to get down to...
You're doing a good job. Keep going.
Altitude.
919 is now 4 miles final.
We'll overfly the field at 1500 feet, right?
That's correct.
I'm going to show you a secret about LaBelle that's not, doesn't say it anywhere, but I'm going to show you a secret about it, okay? When we get a little closer.
Marco traffic, Skyhawk 738 November uniform. We're 6 miles to the east.
Let's do a before landing checklist.
We'll set up for a 45 entry and we'll keep our ear open and our eyes open for that aircraft.
Seat belt, fuel selector mode, mixture best power, landing light is on, autopilot flap set, brakes.
Cool.
1600, and we're 3 miles out.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, north approximately 3.3, coming to 1500 to fly over the field. White Skyhawk.
What do we normally end with?
LaBelle traffic.
There you go, perfect. Alright. So, we'll need to bump in at least 2100 RPMs to keep us at our altitude of 1500. Alright, now I'm going to show you something, ready? This is the trick about LaBelle, it doesn't say this anywhere, okay? The only reason I know about this is because Kelsey told me about it. You ready?
Ready?
LaBelle Municipal Airport. Automated advisory. Wind calm. Visibility better than 10 miles. Temperature 2.75. Altimeter 3007. For runway, listen for traffic.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, the winds are calm. Alright, all I did was click it 3 times. Go ahead and click your mic 3 times.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, 2 miles north, overflying the field, 1500, LaBelle traffic.
Marco traffic, Skyhawk 738 November uniform. We're 5 miles to the east, midfield. We're going to be starting a 45 entry. We're at 1,500. Marco.
Sounds like he's from Jersey.
He does. All right. I suppose you know where the
Okay, if you're confused about the runway, zoom in on your map display, or you can,
I think it's in the middle of the field there.
Okay, you see it? So what are we looking for right now?
Looking for the windsock.
Okay.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, 1,500 feet over LaBelle. LaBelle traffic.
You're making good position reports. This is really good today. Alright, so what runway do you want to use?
Marco traffic, Skyhawk 738, November uniform. We're 4 miles east, descending through 1500 on a 45 for a left downwind for 17 Marco.
I am flying the field and I don't even see that windsock.
Okay, so the winds were calm when we called up and got the weather, so we'll do runway 14, okay?
Okay,
So let's go out this direction a little bit. How far do we go out before we start descending? From 1500?
3 miles?
Or 1 mile?
Okay.
3 miles is a safer number, but we could, what about 1 mile is what we're looking for. So we'll go right about here. Alright, let's go ahead and twist in our runway heading of 140. There you go. So we'll fly 90 degrees,
90 degrees per
there you go.
Marco traffic, November 55.
We'll stay at 1500 feet for now, and then we'll just go out this way until that says 1.5. Okay, because it's normally 5.5 off, because it's from the center of the field.
Marco traffic.
Do you have any questions about anything so far?
No, I do not.
You're doing a good job.
17 Marco.
So, when the winds are calm, we'll see when we get a little bit closer where the windsock is. But with the winds calm like that, we can pick any runway we want. We got the weather information by clicking it and getting that weather information, okay? Go ahead and start our right
turn to get into left downwind.
Perfect. Left downwind, 17 Marco, touch and go. Marco.
I'll call here in a second.
Okay. So we can also start descending now too.
Yeah.
And what are we descending down to?
1,000.
Alright, let's bug that.
Hey, traffic vicinity of Cat Key, you got an Aztec 20 to the west, we're at a 5,000.
Alright, so when we descend, we normally bring back the power to 1500, right? There you go.
Marco traffic, 738, November uniform, turn left base, 17 Marco.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, teardropping into the left downwind. 414, LaBelle traffic.
Perfect. That's exactly what you need to be saying.
Gotta be like a straight in turn. I have to turn here.
But it's because of our winds that are blowing us, right? That's why it's kind of messed up.
Is that 15? Really?
Yeah, it was at 22 a few seconds ago.
Marco traffic, 738, November uniform, turn and final, 17 Marco.
Does anybody have to be talking?
No, they don't. I gotta be looking.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, turning left downwind. 414, LaBelle traffic.
Alright, I want you to put me down short field landing on the number 14. Actually, give me a soft field landing first. Soft field landing, okay? But what I want you to do is I want you to aim for the 14, that way you can get a feel for what the winds are. So it doesn't matter if you make the 14 or not on your soft field landing, but your short field landing it does. So use the same point you're going to use on your short field, if that makes sense.
Okay, you want me to touch down on the 14 with a soft field?
Yep. You don't have to, but that's what I'd like you to do. Just so you get a feel for what the plane is. Wants to do. Yep, so soft field landing. Can't side load it, can't bounce it. Hold the nose wheel off. No tail strikes, please.
Okay.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, turning left base for 14, LaBelle traffic.
There you go. If we hold our airspeed, oh, power's good. Bring back the power a little bit. There you go. If we hold our airspeed by pitching, that'll help us descend.
It's been a while since I've flown in the day.
Alright, so how do we look? There's not gonna...
I think we're okay, we're a little high.
Okay.
But I'll adjust here in a second.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, turning final for 14, LaBelle traffic.
Alright, we'll put in that last nudge flaps.
Yeah, I was looking at the wind. A little high. And we all got a little straight down. Hey, Paul, you get out of the way. I have to go around if you don't move.
Alright, yeah, you're doing good. You're fine. Go, hold that nose wheel off. That was perfect, okay? There you go. Now come to a complete stop. Aerodynamic braking. There you go. Hold that nose wheel off, okay? Flaps go to 10. I want you to give me a soft field takeoff, clearing a 50-foot obstacle, okay? See the windsock?
I did not see it earlier.
That's right. We'll go down to 10 degrees of flaps.
Alright, soft field takeoff.
Yep. There you go.
Everything's in the green. 30. 37.
More and more pressure. There you go. Okay, you're good.
Shooting for 80. 80. Horizon. Looks like a positive ready to climb.
Alright, we're gonna do one more trip at the pattern.
Alright.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, upwind, we'll be turning left crosswind, LaBelle traffic.
Alright. So I want you to give me a short field landing now.
Short field landing.
Yep. And I want you to put me down on the 1-4. So do exactly what you did that time. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So we do a soft field just so we can kind of
Get
set
the nose up.
Yeah, soft field we keep the nose up, don't side load it. But we aim for a point, that way we can kind of probe what the wind's doing, okay? That way if we fall short or long, we know, hey, next time this is what I need to do.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, turning left crosswind for 14, LaBelle traffic.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, if you're on final, I'm sitting here telling you about what I'm going to do this weekend. What do? There you go. Or even if it's, hey, what we're going to do after this, we're going to go do some power on, power off stalls, steep turns, some spins maybe. Okay, you say, hey, we can talk about this after I land this critical phase of flight. Okay?
Marco traffic, 738 November uniform, turn left crosswind 17 Marco.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, turning left downwind for 14.
I need to crab a little bit.
Alright, so what we can do is we can zoom in on our MFD and see the airport a little bit more clearly, where we are with relation to the extended center lines and whatnot.
Marco traffic, 738 November uniform, turn left downwind 17 Marco.
I was going to call midfield, but there's nobody in pattern, so I'm just going to talk to myself.
Yep, you're good. You don't have to call anything until you turn your base. So what airspeed are we pitching for?
62.
85. Right now we're pitching
Oh,
for
I
85.
thought you meant when I land.
Oh, no.
Marco traffic, 738 November uniform, left downwind, 17 Marco.
And what airspeed are we pitching for now?
74.
75, that's good.
75.
And then on final,
Hey, about Park traffic, check aircraft.
between,
72.
yeah, that's good. Between 61 and 65, and I'm happy.
Videoing your right base, dimension 10, away from Park.
Aerostar sending my check is 3 miles northwest, current mile. LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk turning left base for 14, LaBelle traffic.
Okay, Aerostar, I will overfly 10 and enter into a left downwind, land number 2 behind you.
Marco traffic, 738 November uniform.
Gonna be a little low. Looks like you're kind of heading eastbound now.
Be down on the 1-4.
You go ahead and land, I'll just double back on you.
Thanks. LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk turning final for 14,
LaBelle traffic.
LaBelle traffic.
Roger.
Obstacle 69.
Marco traffic, 738 November uniform, turning final for 17.
It's all about coming in, not a lot of pitch changes when you come in. That's a stable approach in.
Oh yeah, you take too much out there.
Nice. All right, can we go complete stop?
Wait, stop.
There you go. All right, we're going to do a short field takeoff.
Short field takeoff. Flaps up. 61, 72, 51, 62,
There you go.
74.
Yep.
10 degrees. Full power brakes on. Check my instruments. All good. Release. Looking for 80 feet. 80. Goes down.
Yeah, look at you. All right, cool. Take me back to Page Field.
Page Field.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, upwind, turning right. LaBelle traffic.
You're departing to the southwest. Because you can do a 45-degree entry straight out, right?
Yes.
Or just 45-degree departure. Oh, we pressed FPL. Is that what we wanted to press? Now,
Get a
but now,
enter.
you could just go direct enter now. There you go.
Traffic, radio check.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk, turning right. LaBelle traffic.
LaBelle traffic, White Skyhawk departing the traffic pattern to the southwest at 1,000 feet. LaBelle traffic.
No.
It's all right. You're doing good. Let's level off at 1,000 feet.
Roger that.
So all we're doing is we're just telling them we're departing and we're a heading that we're departing from the pattern from.
965 Alpha Charlie, descending 2,100 feet, coming from north to west.
And around, flaps up, throttle full, mixture best power.
Any traffic at 5 miles, traffic.
And I'm going to go back on my heading here, scanning.
All right. So what's wrong right now?
I'm climbing.
Okay, why are we climbing?
Because I got too much power.
There we go.
Pahokee traffic, Archer, 3 miles south of the airport. Coming in for a touch and go on 17, any concerned traffic?
And you wanted 1,000, correct?
That's correct. We don't need to lean the mixture on the way back in, but always just make sure you're scanning it when you do lean the mixture, okay?
Okay.
It's roughly about 1 inch back is normally where you will be when it's about that time. That's when you start needing really paying attention to it.
Mixture best power is fine. Alright. So, little right heading, still want to get down 360 feet.
Alright, so why are we turning to the right? Where's our course in relation? There you go.
Over there.
Alright, let's find this in the map. What is that right there?
That's what I'm looking. Well, that's going to be north of LaBelle Airport, so that's... It's got to be...
Actually, I don't even know if this is marked on there.
That's got to be...
And seekers traffic, Dakota 289, Joe Tango base 9.
It's got to be the highway. This one right here?
Oh, yep. If the highway's marked, I was looking at these power
towers,
lines.
so
yeah, the
we're
power
coming up.
lines aren't marked on here, but that roadway is.
Traffic number 965 Alpha Charlie, descending 1,400 feet, 5 miles northwest. Please, any traffic advise, mark line traffic.
Alright, we're 20 miles out.
Marco traffic.
Let's just go flight plan direct enter again.
Uniform, departure end of 17 Marco, staying in the pad in for 17 Marco.
Alright, we put that diamond on that arrow right there, so level the wings. That's our wind correction angle because the wind's blowing from the left, so we have to turn to the left a little bit. So if we keep that pink diamond, oh, go to left, go to left.
Oh, I see, it goes opposite.
Yeah.
You don't chase it.
Exactly. You put the diamond where over the arrow. Does that make sense?
Uniform turning left crosswind for 17 Marco.
This is industrial haze if anybody asks, okay?
Oh, sure. Still trying to get down here.
You feel how it gets a little bumpy when you go through it?
I see that.
Because of all the updrafts that are creating these clouds from the heating.
Marco traffic number 965 Alpha Charlie, descending 1,000 feet, 3 miles northwest. Any traffic, Marco Island traffic, Peter's flight.
Read back all runway, hold short instructions, and advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie. Good morning, Pace Tower information. Charlie 1253 Zulu, observation wind variable at 5, visibility 10. Sky clear below on 2000, temperature 2.22, altimeter 3006. VFR departing aircraft requesting radar flight following or authorization to transit class Charlie airspace. Advise ground control prior to taxi. Expect the visual approach. Runway 5 is in use. Read back all runway, hold short instructions, and advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Entering the downwind for runway 17 to the 45, Pahokee traffic.
Transmit radio check.
Well, you can really move off course fast.
Yep. That's why that scan always has to keep going. You're doing really well with it. This isn't too bad either. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, I'm speeding up my
uniforms turn left base for 17
busy
Marco,
work.
full stop Marco.
Yeah, because we're normally when do we start running through checklists?
20 miles out.
Yeah.
Let's just stay on that heading, so I'll be turning here. It's getting a little low.
Alright, so we got the ATIS. What's next?
Alright. On my 9 point.
You're taking important care of the important stuff first, and that's good. So go ahead and switch us over to 119.0.
Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, we've got the ATIS. Alright, we've got tower frequency loaded in. Those are two important things knocked out right away.
Right away, now I gotta do my checklist.
Yep, one other thing I want to show you. If we follow this purple course all the way in, are we going to legally be good to go?
We have to stay under the, no, we got to go to the right a little bit.
Exactly.
Because of this right here.
Exactly, okay? This is just doing what you tell it to, okay? It will let you violate airspace all day, so just be careful of that.
Yeah, I need to start working this a little bit more.
It's alright. So you can just, you just zoom in, twist it to the right, zoom out, zoom in, twist to the left, okay? Those are the main things. That's all you really need to be able to use it for. Some nice things that you can do is if you loaded something in, if you go nearest direct enter, you take the fat knob and you twist it to the right. Airport information gives you all the airport information you're going to, okay? I think we talked about that on the video.
Yeah, we did.
So that you can use that to your advantage, okay? On your solo, use everything, okay?
Right.
Alright, so where are we on our checklists?
Okay. Well, I was trying to get myself situated to get outside of that one right there. And we're maintaining 1,000. We had ATC altimeter. I want to be at...
Yep, 3006, is that's good?
And I want to be at...
1,000.
You want to do 1,000?
Yeah, because we can't go any higher than that because we'll violate the Charlie.
Okay. Correct.
And Page Tower, Cherokee 438 X-ray 8 to the north, inbound for landing, full stop for
I'll do
Charlie.
direct enter here in a minute.
Roger, enter the left base to runway.
Power is desired, and the descent.
Left base for
Fuel
5,
selectors on both
X-ray.
fixture. Full rich. Smooth engine altimeter. We got that. Altitude bug. Flaps as desired. There at 0. And we'll be doing runway 5. So. Zero 50. And I'm kind of out here now. I can probably do direct enter.
There you go, yep.
Gets me by.
Alright, let's fly that. You're doing a good job.
13 miles out, and I'll start calling at
About 10.
10, yeah.
Alright, I want you to give me a short field landing and I want you to put me down on the 500 foot markers.
Short field 500.
This will be a full stop.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're doing better today? Because I feel like you are.
Yes, I do. That training flight the other night helped immensely.
So the night flight?
Yes.
Cool.
It really did.
It's all about making sure you know where you are so you can't be lost ever, right?
That's correct.
Like what's directly in front of us?
Well, I know I see Fort Myers.
But no, what is
there.
directly, what is the first?
That's that airport.
Yeah.
Whatever you called it.
Well, Buckingham.
Down here in 1,000. Buckingham. And I'll be looking for traffic.
Yep. It's a private airport, uncontrolled. Let's go ahead and give Tower a call now, just in case he's got somebody else on radar that we don't see.
Alright, we're north. I'm going to say we're east, basically.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. Page Tower, Skyhawk, November 15222, approximately 10 miles to your east, inbound for a full stop.
And 5222, IDAN. X-ray, clear to land runway 5, the wind 090 at 8.
Clear to land 5, 438 X-ray.
5222, continue westbound, join the left downwind to 5.
Left downwind to 5, 222.
Alright, so runway 5.
I like 5.
I do too.
I don't know why. It just seems more wide open. You don't have, you're not like all enclosed into the heavies running around you.
Right. So, let's think about this. Where are we? Where do we have to do to get to runway 5? Left downwind runway 5.
Well, left downwind to runway 5, we're heading direct to it, so I guess you're going to have to come out and do a...
Yep, let's go ahead and aim out a little bit.
Okay.
You see the airport out there? There, 12 o'clock, right, meow. Right now it's about 11 o'clock.
I think I see the tower.
Cool. Yep, I think you're right.
But you can't see the runway.
Not really. So we'll just kind of level off right about here and keep going this direction. Because people are taking off from that, right? So we'll just point towards these buildings directly in front of us for now.
Alright.
Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to that big wide open field in the middle of the city, right?
Yeah, but I couldn't believe it. I could not see that at night.
No, and everybody has difficulty finding it at night.
Well, I mean, even in the day, you got an idea where it's at, but
the lights blend in. They're almost not as bright as the street lights at night.
I'm flying with a pen in my hand. I'd rather hold it and throw it and then not have it and need it. Okay.
What you could do is just put it like this.
99 go. I need to put one like a... Yeah,
just like that.
You know, I was thinking of getting a shirt.
Can you do
like
what?
A pilot. I'm just going to wear a pilot suit.
That's what this is. That's what this is right here too. You can put your pens and stuff right here.
I know. I just...
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just funny how I react to it. All right, I got the runway in sight. That was practice. Direct enter.
Oh, if you just push direct enter, what's going to happen?
It's going to show me that the airport's right over there.
Direct, yep, so the airport that you're already going to. Okay, so if you need to get to one that's near you and you don't know what it is, you have to go nearest first, okay? So if I said deviate right now, you go nearest and then pick from there, okay?
Correct.
Bravo to Bravo 3, 438 X-ray.
Okay, so I guess I'll circle around these towers and go in.
Yep, just go straight towards it. Go into the left downwind right now.
Okay.
We're good right here.
So you can enter early.
Yeah.
All right, that's
This is about as far as, this is about your distance you'd be on the downwind. He told you enter the downwind, that's what we'll do.
I just have that teardrop concept in my head. I didn't know I could just do it early.
Yeah, because when he says, because it's a control tower, you can enter it directly in just like this. You don't have to enter it in 45 degrees.
4389 X-ray down, Bravo to Bravo 3.
And I'll call my midfield.
Yep. I don't know why he just didn't give us a right downwind.
I guess it depends on how you feel. I gotta admit to the guys that they gotta keep their mind.
Yeah.
With 5 or 6 different aircraft and looking at the screen.
Oh yeah, I would never be able to do their job. I'd lose it.
I thought about doing that when I went in the military.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and it was you have to make it like an ASVAB score.
Yeah.
Shows you how smart you are in 4 different categories. Yeah, well, I didn't make that one.
Is this recording or
yeah.
Bravo 3,
okay.
cross 3
Yeah, well, I'll edit it
3
out.
Delta 2.
I'll tell you a story when we get on the ground.
Okay. You said short field landing full stop on the numbers?
Yep, put me down, no, 500 foot markers.
500, okay.
Yeah. So that's the one that records the voice? So this
Yes.
one's just the other...
That was, we had this one over here, and it wasn't very clear.
Okay.
So I changed it out to try it out. And
Was it a good? Did that work out, being able to see inside?
it was too low.
Oh, no.
I'm going to bring it up, but you can still see it.
Okay.
It's downloading now, so when you get back and you got time, you can review yourself.
That's cool.
Yeah, it helps me in training, and couldn't believe the things that I did. There were some things I was happy I did, and I was just like, God, I'm going to broadcast this to the world. You're an idiot.
I'm not exactly a perfect teacher either.
Well, you know, we're only human, so. Oh, you taught quite a bit that night, and then you took a break and had fun, so that's perfect.
Yeah. I didn't want to overload you.
Well, you did. So.
Looking for your pen?
No. Just want to make sure. Scanning. Before landing, seats belts secured, fuel selector both, mixture best power landing light is on. Autopilot off, flaps set 0, and brake pedals check for pressure.
Right, so if you're having an engine failure...
Right now?
No.
Oh.
If you were to, I want you to give like a passenger brief. Say, hey, just something simple. Hey, we're going to be alright. Stay calm. Take care of the situation, okay, on your check ride. He wants to hear that, okay? So, you go pitch A for your airspeed, B, best field, and then you run through your checklists. When you get a free second, you talk to him, okay? So, when we put the airplane down in the field, just keep your seatbelts on, relax. I've been trained to handle this situation. Right, just something small like that, okay?
Roger that.
There's just a passenger brief. That way they're not flipping out. That's something that he likes to see.
5222, clear to land 5.
Clear to land 5, 222. He was waiting for me.
Yeah. So you want to make this fun? I'm going to do the Alpha 2 challenge, short field landing. Get me off of that first taxiway.
Oh boy, okay.
Alright, so put me down on the 5. Or actually put me down as soon as you can, and then we'll take off right off on that first taxiway. A real short field landing.
Real short.
Okay. I want you to land me basically within 700 feet. First 700 feet of the runway. It's called the Alpha 2 challenge because it's a challenge.
So I've got to nail it quickly, and then...
You got to put me down right on the threshold.
On the threshold before the numbers?
Yep.
Really?
But don't put me down on the arrows.
Gotcha.
Real life, because just like in real life, if you have to put down the airplane like that, that's what you got to do. So it's important that we nail our airspeed, okay? Airspeed has to be 61 knots. You can't be high. You can't be fast. And right when we touch down, we basically got to go to stopping mode. Combination of back pressure and braking. I will have my control hands.
Oh, that's a short turn.
Taxi westbound via Delta and Alpha to runway 5.
I have a little crosswind.
It's at 825, Roger, southbound out of parking, make a right turn on Charlie and taxi to 5.
Right, so you will drop below glide slope because the glide slope brings you into 1,000 feet. And what I'm looking for is that you're coming in safe at a constant airspeed. And you're not going to clip anything.
46953, continue inbound for the left downwind runway 5.
Left downwind runway 5, 46953.
Alright, what's our aiming point?
Oh, right at the numbers, 5.
Alright, but we have to land before that 5. We have to aim at maybe that second arrow, the beginning of the second arrow. Maybe even the first arrow. Let's bring back the power right now. Oh, careful. Alright, so we're not going to make it. We'll keep going.
It was a first.
That's right. So, you see how that works, right?
That was cool.
Yeah. 222 taking Alpha 3.
222, right turn Alpha 3, Delta 1 to parking.
Alpha 3, Delta 1 to parking, 222.
So I had a little bit
too much speed, I think.
We floated a little bit longer.
We did.
That's why you said wow, I can talk. When you bring back the power, you gotta aim. You bring it back a little bit sooner, right? When you, depending on your point. You see how we almost made that though?
Almost.
That was very close. But you would never want to turn around. All right, I'll take controls. I'll taxi back. You went through the after lane checklist.
Crossfire.
My controls.
Controls.
My controls. All right. So, there you go.
Flaps up. Strobe speed off.
Exit at 825, ready, hold short of 5.
Right, center left.
So just like in reality, do you think you could land now on a 500-foot long runway? 700-foot long runway?
700?
Runway heading, runway.
Oh, I could.
Take off.
It'd be really, really close. Would you feel comfortable doing that?
Yes, 825.
You know, like anything, you would have to go ahead and practice it a few times to get the feel. But,
Right.
You know.
Eventually, you could
But
probably
you would
do it.
really have that go-around button.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be very, very dangerous. I don't even know if I would want to do it.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
But it is possible. If, like, say, emergency landing, and you only had a 500-foot...
What's your heading?
You only had a
It's a good challenge.
Yeah. It's called the Altitude Challenge.
46953, roger. Turn right 10 degrees, please.
Light instructors have difficulty doing that, so...
Yeah. I got on those brakes, too. This ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, so we use a combination. You don't really want it squealing like that, but you really, a lot of it, most of it is from that elevator.
I think I would have made it if I went for the first arrow and then
I think so, too.
floated it across.
Yeah, but on a short field landing, do you want floating? You want minimal floating, right? It's more about coming in at a steeper angle.
Right. Which I kind of got a little low. Well, steeper angle, you're going to have to, you know, have that speed perfect.
Yeah, it is. It does. You have to be really slow. The slower you are, the less energy you have to worry about dissipating. Potential and kinetic energy.
That's right.
All right, we're running through that shutdown checklist.
825, contact departure, good trip.
Departure, thanks. We'll see you at 825.
Okay, light switches off. Onyx, see ya.